Welcome to another Mythbusters episode. This time we're going to be looking at hay bales. And the question is, will hay bales protect you from long falls? Hope you enjoy it and do subscribe to my channel so that you get notified the next time I have a video. Hay bales have had a long history in games like 7 Days to Die, where they have been preventing death, preventing leg breakages and sprains for a long time. But did something change in Alpha 17? I believe there did. And the question is, will it still save you? So I've set up a fairly high, this is 45, high drop. And I'm going to be jumping down, all the way down there, with and without hay bales, and we'll see what happens. And we'll put this to rest once and for all. That will the hay bales save you when you fall down on them. So to start off, we're now at the top here, and it's a 45 block drop all the way down there. I am wearing armor, and we will test this with and without armor. I don't have any skills, and again, this is without any skills. So I don't have the parkour skill, which actually does increase the safe fall distance by certain distances, and apparently on level 5 it also means you never get a broken leg. But I'm going to test it on the first one, which means I have nothing unlocked. It's 0 out of 5, just so that we can establish the baseline. And we're going to step out here and we'll see what's going to happen. Okay, so 45, you die. That's painful. Of course, this is not on hay bale. This is just straight down on concrete. So 45. So let's change that up a little bit. Let's just say 45 is too high. So let's do 44, 43, 42. Let's bring it up to 40. What if you fall 40 instead of 45? And again, we're trying to establish what's the height that you die from. Let's do this again. So at a 40 height, let's step off and see if we can hit the X marks the spot, and we are down at 4 health points, which means that obviously, well, slightly lower or slightly higher, slightly less high means we actually survive. So somewhere in between here, we have the break point. Now let's see if we can find that one. So we now have 42. Let's see what happens. And I missed my platform. Alright, that should kill me. Alright, let's pretend that didn't happen. Let's pretend we hit this platform. And at 42, yay, we are at 1 health point. Okay, good to know. Now, let's redo this without any armor, just to determine, does armor prevent the fall damage? And that's just something good to know. I know there is specific mods that does prevent some fall damage, but let's have no armor whatsoever. See if we can hit the platform again, and 1 damage. Still broke the leg though. So that seems to suggest armor does not mitigate any fall damage, at least by default. So let's put it back, because it is a little bit cold here. Of course, we don't want to be half naked. Let's put on that nice puffer coat. So we now have 45, you die. 42, you don't. Now what happens if you do 45 high and you land on the hay bale? What do you think will happen? Going to be interesting. I'm gonna make sure I fall a little bit further out, and bam. Well, I broke my leg. I took 24 damage, but I didn't die. So that's really interesting. That means that at least when you would normally die, you won't, because you're landing on hay bales. Now, I am on plus 94, and I'm actually going to build up a little bit here. So let me do 45. I'm going to build up so that we are at... Let's do this. I'm gonna make a small little platform that is at 100, just because it makes it a little bit easier to actually count. So these hay bales are at 100. If I stand here, you'll see elevation 100. Let me go up to, let's say, let me go up to 200 and see what happens if I drop down from a 200 distance. And again, it's going to be on a hay bale. And let's do it again. Let's take away the flying, and oh, we still survive. It just means that we took damage. So it's a lot more damage. And we're now up at 300. So it's a 200 fall. Look how small it looks. And we're going to remove the flying, and we are going to fall down here. And this is by itself just making me hurt down to 6 health points. So a 200 fall onto hay bales, and I'm taking down to 6, meaning 94 damage. Let's go even higher. So I'm now at 500, which means 400 above the platform. And that's going to take a little while to fall down. And normally you're not going to build yourself up this high because it's above the ceiling height. But from testing purposes, we still went down to 6 damage. So what this means is that there seems to be a cap on the damage for the player when you're landing on hay bales. And, well, what does that mean? Well, it means that if you're landing on a hard surface, you actually will die if it's sufficiently high fall. If you land on the hay bales, even it's 400 high fall, you will survive. Sure, you're going to break your leg, but you definitely will survive still. So I would say, to answer the myth of, will hay bales save you from a high fall? I would say that is totally confirmed. Even a 400 fall, we still survive with 6 health points left. Whereas even a 45 high fall on a hard surface will kill us. So from that perspective, definitely confirmed. And there you have it. Settle once and for all. If you want to save your life, use hay bales. You might still break your leg, but at least you're going to be alive. So I hope you enjoyed this, and do you have anything else you would like me to test? Do these results correspond to what you get when you test and when you play the game? Let me know in the comment section below. And of course, always carry a splint just in case you need to splint up your leg after breaking it. I'll see you next time.
Special thanks to the great patrons supporting the channel. If you would like to join the vetted community and support these videos, do follow the Patreon link.